Looks pretty
Her
simple.
dad and my dad were first cousins, so I guess that makes us.
Yeah,
Second cut.
no problem with that.
So, we had-
Do you see that? I mean, do you only answer?
Not, well, I said went for Union, but yeah, those that, you know,
Okay,
at the Summerfield.
okay.
And, usually funerals and occasional weddings, that's all.
I kind of like. She's extremely country and very.
She's very thorough. I mean, she will
She
use
is.
something, she gets the dog with the bone a lot of times.
She is, you're right, and I admire that too.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Are we live?
You are? Yes, sir. Get your door.
Robbie,
Yes, sir.
you're gonna have to explain this to you.
Okay, I will. Yes, sir.
Not usually.
Just wanted to get up to.
Good evening. It's December the 11th, 2025. This is the regular town council meeting for the town of Stokesdale. Welcome all of you. It is 7 p.m. We'll open the meeting. If you would, please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Amen. Very fortunate this evening. I have a friend, Xavier Kelly's going to do our invocation for us. Xavier's the leader of the God Only Choir and Ministries here in Stokesdale. If you're not following him on Facebook, you ought to. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Crawford, and I want to take just a moment before I pray to thank the town council and, of course, Mr. Crawford for his service to the city of Stokesdale. In my experience working with him, he has led with integrity, and we're so grateful for that. And also want to congratulate Mr. T. Stevenson, as well as Mr. Jones on your elections. And please know that you have our support, and we believe that as you succeed, that our community succeeds. So let's pray. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you so much for your amazing grace and your mercy in our lives. We thank you that eternal and abundant life is found through the precious blood and victorious resurrection of Christ. We also thank you for government, an institution you founded with the purpose of protecting the vulnerable and the restraint of evil. Tonight, I lift up our leaders here in Stokesdale, that as they navigate this season of transition, they would guide their steps, direct their decisions, and give them wisdom that only comes from you. Please bless Mr. Crawford for his service and place your hand of blessing on Mr. Stevenson as he begins his new role. I pray that you would enable this council and staff to make choices that honor your word and strengthen our community. We thank you for your goodness and mercy to us and pray all these things in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Thank you. Review and adopt the agenda. We need to add an item to the agenda. Add item number 21A. I suggest we add item number 21A, consideration of Town of Stokesdale ordinance number 0-205-06, an ordinance declaring road closures for the 2025 Stokesdale Christmas Parade. Any objection to adding that to the agenda?
No, sir.
Without objection, we add that to the agenda. I make a motion that we adopt the agenda as is with that addition.
Mr. Mayor, I
Yes.
have a request that we hold the February 13th, 2025 closed session meeting minutes.
I'm sorry, I'm doing the agenda. I'm adopting the agenda. I'll do the minutes in just a second.
You are correct, sir.
That's why I'm the mayor.
Usually it's you getting ahead of us. Thank you.
I'm getting better at it.
Well, T's got a challenge.
I've made a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
You got a second? Yes, sir.
Mr.
Discussion.
Mayor, we need to add a couple closed session meetings.
I hadn't gotten there yet.
Well, we need to add them to the agenda if we want to vote on them, right?
Add them to the agenda before we, okay, I understand what you're saying. Okay, forgive me. Exactly. So with the, with that said, let me add to that motion that we add the closed session minutes for 4/10/2025. We also add August 14th, 2025 closed session, and we add August 28th, 2025 closed session. Evidently, I'm not getting as good as I thought.
No, you're good, Mr. Mayor. I've got one more for you, though.
Go for it.
Also, if we could remove those minutes aren't ready for our review.
We're
July
going
10th,
to, we would like to remove July 10th, 2025,
November 9th.
and, no, October 9th.
Yep.
October 9th, 2025, remove those from the closed session.
And then February 13th.
And then February 13th to remove that one.
Yes, sir.
Very good.
You have a second?
Okay. Motion and a second. Any further discussion? Mr. Rigsby? Aye. Mr. Foy?
Aye.
Mr. Landry?
Aye.
Mr. Jones?
Am I?
And I'm also aye. I'd like to make a motion that we adopt the minutes for January 9th, 2025, March 13th, 2025, April 21, 2025, June 12th, 2025, November 13th, 2025. All of those are closed session meetings. I'd also like to add to that the minutes for the special call town council of 6/26/25 and 11/13/2025. I make the motion that we adopt those. Do I have a second?
Second.
Mr. Mayor, did you include April the 21st?
Yes, you did.
How about April 10th?
No, you didn't add that.
Okay, is that one you want?
Those two, I'm sorry. I didn't add the August as well. And in addition to those, we would add April the 10th, 2025, August the 14th, 2025, and August the 28th, 2025.
All right, you still have a second.
Okay, got a motion and a second. Any discussion? Mr. Rigsby?
Aye.
Mr. Foy?
Aye.
Mr. Landrith?
Aye.
Mr. Jones?
I'm aye.
And I'm also aye. Let me say, it's been a privilege to be the mayor for the last 4 years. We've accomplished quite a bit. One of the things I think I'm proudest of is the fact that we're gonna have some revenue coming in that we've been denied for 22 years, and that's to the credit of this council. That probably not gonna happen this year, is it? Probably gonna happen next year.
Soon enough.
But the point is, we're gonna have some additional revenue that had been denied to us, and it will be coming. The other thing is, we've done a very good job of putting a staff together. With Robbie at the helm, he's doing an excellent job, and I'm sure he'll continue to do the same. Thank you, everyone. Mr. Jones, thank you especially for your efforts.
Well, thank you, Mike. You know, I remember, like I said, I'd served already 2 years and when you first ran, and I think it's wonderful you were elected. I think you did an excellent job of restoring civility to this town council, and with that, we have thrived. You know, if you look at a lot of objective measures, if you look at our general fund balance, it's the highest it's been, you know, to the best of my knowledge in the town's history. I wish you could have kept us up with, I wish we all could have kept up with inflation, but, you know, that was, did the best we could. But same thing with the Water Enterprise Fund. You and I had some good trips to the county, and where we appealed to the commissioners to get us some grant money this way. With that, we were able, you know, to do a water line. It's not done yet, but it's under contract to do a water line extension, 3-mile water line extension. And also, if you guys haven't seen the park in a while, it's great with pickleball courts, new playgrounds, basketball courts, and then, of course, lighting for the soccer fields. It's been a pleasure serving with you, Mike. You're tough as nails, and wish you the best.
Thank you.
And Mike,
Yes, sir.
you definitely left it better than you found it. That's saying a lot.
That's all I can ask.
I look back at some of the things I've looked at over the years of having somebody on council, and a couple of the things is you stayed out of our pocket and you stayed out of our backyard. And that means a whole lot to me and probably a lot of citizens. It might not mean anything to some, but I know some it does mean a lot to. And we really appreciate your service.
Thank you.
Mayor Crawford, I'd like to say a special thank you. There's been so many times when you haven't realized I was right and we've disagreed, but you've always been willing to listen. And I think your business experience has been invaluable, with contracts, with employees, with just so many different things, that it's a rare commodity to be able to have someone through your many years of experience to volunteer their time and do this for the town. And also, I'd like to take a moment to thank your wife, if you would go home, be sure you do that, for sparing you for all these meetings and all the many activities that come with this job. And so, don't be a stranger.
Thank you.
Mr. Mayor, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the first thing that we took up when you got here was that Coke machine or Pepsi machine down at the, and I bet you thought, my land, I've really stepped into the big time here. But we've handled some big projects since then, and like I said, you've been the guiding light in the middle of the table and kept us going straight. And I really appreciate your time, your efforts, and your friendship.
Thank you.
And you got us another Coke machine or Pepsi machine.
That's the most important thing. We have solved the Coke machine controversy.
And the other thing is, we're enjoying some revenue from it. We should be.
That's right. Well, somebody else.
Yeah,
probably
Mr.
enjoys
Wagner,
it
if you
as
would, be sure to keep up with that. We should be getting some revenue from that. We were not from the other. Well, let me call up here Mayor-elect T. Stevenson and Judge Albright, if you would. Let's get this show going.
All right, Mayor-elect, could you please answer my questions? Do you, Thomas N. Stevenson, Jr., solemnly swear that you will support the Constitution and laws of the United States? Do you? I do. And do you solemnly swear that you will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the state of North Carolina and to the constitutional powers and authorities which are or may be established for the government thereof? I do. And do you solemnly swear that you will endeavor to support, maintain, and defend the Constitution and laws of said state, not inconsistent with the Constitution of the United States, to the best of your knowledge and ability? And do you, Thomas N. Stevenson, Jr., solemnly swear that you will faithfully discharge the duties of your office as mayor for the town of Stokesdale, North Carolina, so help you God? I do. Congratulations.
Bobby, where's Mike's plaque?
Mr. Mayor. Mike, hang on before you leave.
All right, and Councilmember Jones, I know you've done this a few times before. I understand. Okay. Do you, Timothy Allen Jones, solemnly swear that you will support the Constitution and laws of the United States? I do. And do you solemnly swear that you will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the state of North Carolina and to the constitutional powers and authorities which are or may be established for the government thereof? I do. And do you solemnly swear that you will endeavor to support, maintain, and defend the Constitution and laws of said state, not and consistent with the Constitution of the United States to the best of your knowledge and ability?
I do.
And do you, Timothy Allen Jones, solemnly swear that you will faithfully discharge the duties of your office as council member for the town of Stokesdale, North Carolina, so help you God?
I do.
Congratulations.
Good afternoon. We'd like to take this moment real quickly, if we could, please, and recognize Mayor Crawford. Do we have a?
We have a plaque for him. So Mike, if you could join us, come on up, buddy.
Mike, we've got a plaque here in recognition of your service. You kept us out of the paper. Unlike some of the other towns.
Make you out of business.
So far, don't get me out of jail.
And we really appreciate it. Everything you do. Thank you. Time you spend.
Appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, young man.
Congratulations.
Well, I'd like to take just a moment, if I could, to say I appreciate everyone coming out tonight and participating in this event. Certainly, I'd love to see you here for every monthly meeting, because that's what we want to build this on. We want open communication, we want to hear the voices of our citizens, and we want to incorporate that into our future for that. So thank you so very much for being here. Certainly, I'd like to thank my family and friends for the support, and certainly everyone that voted for me for the election. It was a hard-fought election. There was a lot of miles put on, a lot of talks, a lot of door knocking, and certainly we do appreciate everybody's involvement with that. Certainly looking forward, as I said before, we want open communication. We're going to have transparency. I'm a very hands-on person. I get involved physically, mentally, emotionally, and I want to continue to look forward to doing that. I have enjoyed my previous involvement with the town, with the council, with the staff, and helping with the Park Improvement Committee, with the Christmas parade, and various other things that we've been involved in over the last 4 years. And I look forward to continuing that even to a greater depth in that. Mentioning the Christmas parade, I will just give a plug. Christmas parade is this Saturday. We're going to start the activities about 11 o'clock in the morning with Candy Cane Lane, and I'm looking forward to seeing the children and the folks out there participating in that. The parade itself will start at 2 o'clock, and we are very privileged. We have got a couple of grand marshals here this year with us that represent, as Mayor Mike said, the efforts of the council in getting those revenue funds to us, and so we're recognizing them as grand marshals for our parade this year. As I said, looking forward, I would love to have participation from the citizens. You will shape our future, and so thank you for being here, and we look forward to getting started.
Thank you, Mr. T, and welcome.
Okey dokey. My first order of getting back to the agenda will be the election of Mayor Pro Tempore by the Stokesdale Town Council. And I would like to open this up with a motion that we re-elect Derek Foy as the Mayor Pro Tempore.
I'll second.
We have a second. Do we have any discussion?
Is he willing to take the job, you think?
We might ought to ask him.
Yes, sir, it'd be an honor and a privilege.
Very good. Well, I'll close the discussion. We ready for a vote? Mr. Rigsby?
Aye.
Mr. Foy?
Aye.
Mr. Landrith?
Aye.
Mr. Jones?
Aye.
And I also am I. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Really up for debate, by the way.
Well, you have to do that. Okay, we'll now have Judge Albright.
All right, you raise your right hand, please. Do you, Derek Foy, solemnly swear that you will support the Constitution and laws of the United States?
I do.
And do you solemnly swear that you will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the state of North Carolina and to the constitutional powers and authorities which are or may be established for the government thereof?
I do.
And do you solemnly swear that you will endeavor to support, maintain, and defend the Constitution and laws of said state, not inconsistent with the Constitution of the United States, to the best of your knowledge and ability?
I do.
And do you, Derek Foy, solemnly swear that you will faithfully discharge the duties of your office as Mayor Pro Tem for the town of Stokesdale, North Carolina, so help you God?
I do.
Congratulations. Thank you, sir. My pleasure.
Okay, next on the agenda are the public safety reports. Do we have a representative from Stokesdale Fire District? Robbie, do you have a report?
Okay, so this was, here we go. This is a report provided by Chief Todd Galton of the Stokesdale Fire District. He said that for the month of November, they had 54 medical-related calls, 12 fire-related calls, 40 other incidents, for a total of 106. And Todd says, thank you and Merry Christmas.
Okay. Anything from the Guilford County Sheriff's Department?
I'll be glad to read that as well. This was provided by Sergeant Ryan Seals of the District 1 office. For the month of November, the Sheriff's Office responded to 140 calls for service in the Stokesdale town limits, resulting in 5 case reports. There were no significant events or crime trends to report in the township for the month. Calls by type, again, this is the type of call upon initial dispatch. Call nature was often changed after further investigation. Burglary of a residence, 1. Disturbance, 3. 24 alarm. 1 burglary of commercial, 6 domestic, 2 weapons offense, 5 warrant, 1 DUI, 13 traffic, 3 drug, 2 fraud, 3 noise violation, 2 accident, 54 other, 17 suspicious, 1 theft, 2 trespassing, 1 burglary, 1 simple assault, all other offenses 2, and aggravated assault 1. That concludes the Sheriff's Office report.
Okay, thank you.
Robbie.
Moving along to the administrative reports, we'll recognize Mr. Wagner again.
All right. So I'll be glad to read my admin report here. I'll start off with the water system report. This is provided by Ms. Priscilla Hunsucker, our water system customer service manager. Last month, we had 9 water meters installed, 30 water meters in stock, 8 applications for transfer of service and water meters in, 14 water meters and applications on hold for builders, 13 work orders, 65 North Carolina 811 locates, 899 water bills mailed out, 6 reservations and rentals. And I'll touch on the exciting part of all this is that the Coldwater Road project is moving along very quickly. And just as a reminder, on the 13th, council voted to approve a contract with Classic City Mechanical for the construction of this project, and also amended our contract with Hazen for them to oversee the construction administration of this. With that, on December the 16th, so next Tuesday at 10 o'clock a.m. here at Town Hall, representatives from Hazen and Sawyer, Classic City Mechanical, and I will be meeting to have a pre-construction meeting. Of course, all members of council are invited. Just let me know before you come, so if we need to do a quorum notice, we can.
Why don't you just go and plan on sending it? Just plan on sending the notice for the forum.
All right, you got it. Absolutely.
I mean, it's better to have it.
Oh, yeah, understood. Any questions about the admin report?
None here. Move on to the planning board report.
Okay, I'll be glad to read the planning board report. This is provided by Mr. Mason Winfrey. For last month's meeting on November the 20th, the planning board reviewed the following item: a minor site plan case for the Blacksmith Community Amenity Center at 8101 Asbury Court. The planning board voted to approve the minor site plan following the recommendation of the planning staff. Also add that at the next regularly scheduled Stokesdale Town Planning Board meeting, which is scheduled for Thursday, December the 18th, 2025 at 7 o'clock here in the Stokesdale Town Hall, there will be a public hearing for rezoning on Walter Combs Way.
Okay.
And that concludes the planning board report.
Thank you, Mr. Wagner. For the property committee, Mr. Bixby.
Nothing to report this time.
Okay. I'll do the report for the Park Improvement Committee. We did not have a meeting this past month and don't have one scheduled. We are continuing to wait on a price and proposal for repair or replacement of the door on the bulletin board down in front of the concession stand. The contractor was a little bit behind because he did have a medical issue, and that is caused him not to be able to address that. But spoke with him today, he's doing well, and we do hope to get some numbers and a proposal together in the next few days.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Okay. Financial reports, Ms. Thacker.
All right, we'll start with the general fund. Our total CDRs for the general fund is $3,076,514.05. Our total bank accounts, which include also the CDRs that I just read, is $3,191,255.09. The total interest for the month of November was $9,677.66. The year-to-date interest for the general fund that has been earned is $47,462.61. Our water enterprise reimbursement, this is our shared overhead expense, that is due back to the general fund is $9,761.92. The total accounts receivable is $10,637.41. And that is all that I have for the general fund. The water enterprise account, our total CDRs total $1,639,149.06. Our total bank accounts, which include the CDRs, is $3,014,157.36. Our total interest for the month of November received is $6,620.68. Year-to-date is $34,379.49. Our total capacity fees received for the month of November is $4,500. The year-to-date capacity fees is $9,250. Our accounts receivable for the water is $43,448.40. This does include the November billing. Our total active 90 days past due, we have two accounts, and that total is $30.66. All right, so that makes our total for the accounts receivable is $43,479.06. The accounts payable total for the month of for the month of November is $62,312.91. And that's all that I have on the financials for the water enterprise. Would like to say that The audit is underway, and it is going smoothly. Ms. Randolph will be here for the January meeting to present the audit to council and citizens.
Kim, just to make sure, the audit will be submitted in time by Ms.
Oh,
Randolph?
yes, sir. Yes, it will. It will be submitted. It's due by December 31st, and it will be submitted before the due date, yes.
Okay, thank you.
And that date's changed from what it used to be. That's the reason.
It used to
it's
be
not this-
October
done this
31st.
month.
Yes, that is correct. Yes.
Thank you.
And that's not a town-driven change, that's a statutory?
That's the, yes,
Okay,
that is correct.
thank you.
You're welcome.
Any other comments?
No,
Thank you,
sir.
Ms. Thacker. Moving right along, public comments from the floor. This is a 3-minute limit per speaker. We do have a comment card here from Mr. Nadell. If you'd like to step up. And please introduce yourself with your address, please.
My name is Mark Nadell. Live at 8211 Wendy Gale Drive in Stokesdale. First, I'd like to congratulate you, Mr. Stevenson, and Mr. Jones on your reelection.
Thank you.
Welcome, look forward to it. I know, I just yesterday actually found out through Facebook that we had an issue with the water line. It was, I guess, an accident caused and there was a water leak. And I know that they shut down the system. One of the concerns I had, and I spoke with the staff today and asked about how do they communicate that information. And what she informed me was that she spent a great deal of time sending out emails, making phone calls, and correspondence to homeowners, I guess, in the area. I did see it on the website, the town website, after I saw it on Facebook. There's a number of opportunities that I think we can be more efficient with notifying citizens. And what I'd like to present and propose, or at least have the council look at, is many of you may belong to churches or organizations that have an automated call system. And what that does is that the person at the town hall here would just go onto the computer and hit a code. They would make one recording of whatever the message might be, send it out, and it automatically dials out. Sends out to people all the messages. The advantage of that is we can disseminate information, especially if it's an emergency situation. It saves a great deal of time for the town. And events that we have. I was quite surprised that 2 people I do know that live in the affected area had no clue there was a water problem. They were at work, and I guess their home numbers, they did find out later on when there was some messages on their home phones. So I'd like the council to kind of look at that. If you're interested, I'd be more than happy to kind of do some research and see what's involved with it cost-wise. But I think from a communication standpoint for the town, I think it's good as we're growing. But also I think it's more effective from a financial standpoint, effectiveness of taking an individual that we have working with the water system and spending hours making phone calls and going through the whole thing. And you can only imagine, you get people on the phone, it's just not gonna be, by the way, this is what's happening. They're gonna end up in conversations with people. So I hope that's something that maybe the council would look into, because I think that would be a benefit for the town. And I don't think it's a very large investment, but I think the pros would outweigh the negatives of it. Thank you.
Thank you, Mark.
Thank you.
Robbie, would you gather some information on something like that, or maybe a text? Even, I know a lot of colleges use a text alert, or just see what's out there, and it's not a bad idea.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep, that'd be good. Thank you, Mr. Nadell. Any other comments? Move along to the new business items. Number 13, consideration of 2026 Town of Stokesdale holiday closing schedule. I believe everyone's got a copy of these in your agenda booklet.
We do, and I'll make the motion that we accept, or we adopt, I should say, the 2026 Town of Stokesdale holiday closing schedule
Second.
as presented in the agenda.
Do we
Yeah,
have any
second.
discussion, any alterations? Ready for a vote? Mr. Rigsby?
Aye.
Mr. Foy?
Aye.
Mr. Landry?
Aye.
Mr. Jones?
Aye.
And I am aye. Thank you. Number 14 is consideration of the 2026 Town of Stokesdale Town Council regular meeting schedule. And again, we have a copy of this in our pamphlets here. Do I have a motion to adopt?
Yeah, I'll move to adopt the schedule as presented in our packet, agenda item 14 for the 2026 regular Town of Stokesdale Town Council meeting schedule.
I'll second that one.
We have a second from Mr. Landreth. Any discussion? Ready for a vote? Mr. Rigsby?
Aye.
Mr. Foy?
Aye.
Mr. Landreth?
Aye.
Mr. Jones?
Aye.
And I am aye. Number 15, consideration of 2026 Town of Stokesdale Board of Adjustment regular meeting schedule. Again, the schedule is in our booklets. Do I have a motion?
Well, I won't stop now. We'll go ahead and I'll make a motion that we adopt the 2026 Town of Stokesdale Board of Adjustment regular meeting schedule as proposed in our agenda packet.
I'll second. I won't stop either.
Any discussion? Ready for a vote? Mr. Rigsby?
Yes. Aye.
Mr. Foy?
Aye.
Mr. Landreth?
Aye.
Mr. Jones?
Aye.
And I am aye. Okay, item 16, consideration of appointments to the Town of Stokesdale Town Planning Board for 3 members with terms expiring on January 1st, 2026. Mr. Landreth?
Well, you said it all. We got 3 members that expire. You expire tonight, by the way, from the planning board.
From the
You-
planning
You
board.
served
Thank you
on the
for
planning
clearing
board. Yeah, we'll say the planning. That's right. So, and then we've got 2 more. Does anybody have any suggestions on what they'd like to do?
Who were the, other than T, who were the,
Chris Sumner and Stephen Louis.
I'll make a motion to reappoint Chris Sumner.
I'll second the motion.
Any discussion? Ready for vote? Mr. Rigsby?
Aye.
Mr. Foy?
Aye.
Mr. Landreth?
Aye.
Mr. Jones?
Aye.
And I am aye.
I'll make a motion to reappoint Mr. Stephen Louis.
I'll second.
Ready for a vote?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Rigsby?
Aye.
Mr. Foy?
Aye.
Landreth?
Aye.
Mr. Jones?
Aye.
And I am aye.
Mr. Mayor, I'm gonna make a motion to appoint former Mayor Mike Crawford to the planning board seat that you have vacated.
I'll second that motion.
Any discussion? Ready for the vote? Mr. Rigsby?
Aye.
Mr. Foy?
Aye.
Mr. Landreth?
Aye.
Mr. Jones?
Aye.
And I am aye.
Well, that concludes that, Mr. Mayor.
Very good, thank you.
Thank you.
GFL Environmental Update by General Manager Steve Cobb. Mr. Foy, would you like to lead that?
Share my gratitude with Mr. Cobb for attending tonight. Steve was here 3 or 4 months ago, 6 or 7 months ago, and just to acknowledge that we had some struggles going on with GFL and committed to putting a corrective action plan together. I think that's been put together. There's been some changes in our pickup schedule. And I just welcome Steve to share us kind of the background behind the changes, and after 2 weeks, what you're seeing there, and why you believe these changes will fix the challenges we've had.
Sure.
Thank you. Welcome.
Thank you. Good evening, and congratulations, Mr. Mayor and Mr. Jones. A few months ago, when I came in here, we talked about the service issues. At the time, the way we were running our routes is we were sending a lot of trucks into an area to run it, which meant different drivers, different trucks. We would have new drivers mixed with experienced drivers. With the reroute that took effect 2 weeks ago, what we did is we took Stokesdale and made it 4 route days. So we have the same trash driver, Teresa, and the same recycling driver, James, who were here Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. With them being here, they're more focused on the needs of Stokesdale and Stokesdale citizens. They're two of our best drivers. The truck situation has gotten much better. We're expecting new trucks in the next, by the end of the first quarter of next year, so
That's great news.
y'all probably see those come out here. But it was just a matter of trying to get square pegs and square holes. That's what it boiled down to. So we started the reroute December 1st. We haven't really had any issues that I'm aware of out of Stokesdale. I think the routes have been done in a timely manner. And that was one of the things we were shooting for. If we were to have truck issues or if we were to have delayed starts like we did on Tuesday, we still had enough time to complete the route and get the trucks in, you know, in a reasonable amount of time. Whereas the routes as we were running them were just solid 12-hour routes. And if anything happened, traffic jam, the truck would pack out with the amount of garbage we were picking up. It always threw everything into disarray. So we feel like that this is beneficial for Stokesdale, also for the other municipalities we've been servicing. And we hope that y'all will see all of those issues that we had over the summer laid to rest.
Well, I certainly appreciate your commitment, your leadership with your team.
Thank you.
And, you know, thank you for all you've done.
Well, thank you.
And we hope to continue to see the results we've seen in the first 2 weeks, so.
Well, that is our intent, and we appreciate being a partner with the town of Stokesdale.
Absolutely.
And if y'all need anything at all, y'all have my number. Please give us a call.
We will. Just one item for feedback is to share with your customer service team is to get back with our citizens if they do reach out.
Okay.
For anything, you know, in a reasonable amount of time.
Understood.
Thank you.
I will take care of it.
If I may, one question. I know it hadn't come up yet, but, so the Monday and Tuesday, obviously, if you have an issue, a holiday, you would move to Wednesday. What would you do with the Thursday and Friday? Would that move to Monday? If you have a holiday or a delay?
Well, like for instance, with Christmas coming up on Thursday, so the Thursday routes will be run on Friday and the Friday routes will be run on Saturday.
Okay.
That we still have to push everything a day. Even though you see the truck 4 days a week, they do have another route on Wednesday that they run. So I wish we were equipped to do that, to pull everything up. But unfortunately, in our business, typically, and we only take 3 holidays a year completely off, and that's Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's. We will typically try to work the other holidays more so because our drivers don't like working the Saturday after on those weeks. So it's not something we mandate. It's more the drivers elect. They want to come in and get the routes up Monday through Friday and go home and have the weekends. So
Understood.
That said, you mentioned moving it to a Saturday. Is Saturday a normal day for you, or?
no, sir, only on holiday weeks.
Okay.
Yes, sir, only on
So
holiday
you're
weeks.
really working not taking the holiday off, but making it up on Saturday?
Yes, sir.
Are landfills open on Saturdays?
Yes, sir, we have some disposal facilities that we can get into on Saturdays. Because all privately held garbage or waste companies, that's what we have to do. So Republic has transfer stations, they're open. Some municipal landfills are open on Saturdays as well, so. But we will get it taken care of. So after Thanksgiving, after Christmas, we'll be here Friday to run the Thursday routes, and then on Saturday, we'll be running the Friday route. Okay.
Mr. Cobb, if I may.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Forey kind of touched on this already, but from time to time, I get a complaint about the garbage service. Well, the first thing I ask the citizen is, have you contacted GFL and pursued this to, you know, a reasonable degree? And then the next thing I will ask them to do is contact our town staff. And then the third thing I tell them is, look, if you just can't get it resolved, feel free to contact me or one of the other council members, because we care. We're a small town. One of the things we pride ourselves on is the individual service we deliver to citizens here. You know, we can't solve every problem, but we're small enough where we should be able to listen without people getting tangled up like they might in a big city.
Yes, sir.
And so I'd like to reiterate it. It's not so much sometimes when things go wrong. I know trucks break down, you have weather to contend with, but it's how you receive that complaint from the citizen that really sets the tone for, you know, that resolution. And so we always are very appreciative when y'all are able to do that.
Well, I tell my staff all the time, to be sure, not to tell our customers what we can't do, tell them what we can do. And, communication is a huge part of what we do. I mean, we only offer service, and if we can't provide that service, we have to communicate why we can't and what we're gonna do to correct it. So I will relay that message, tomorrow with my staff. Okay.
Thank you,
Mayor.
Mr. Cobb.
Mayor, if I may, I want to just give a shout out to Steve for keeping an open line of communication at a staff level. Also want to give a big shout out to Rick with GFL. He helped us immensely with our bulk item pickup event that we do twice a year. He saw to it that those dumpsters got here on time, that they were emptied out on time. It went great. And also want to give a big shout out to Ryan with GFL, who keeps a very open line of communication and even calls me at least once a week just to check in to see how things are going in Stokesdale. So I can't thank you enough for that.
Well, I replaced I replaced all my management staff during the course of this year. Mike Banan, he's operations manager. Ryan, Rick, Kurt, and Chris are all new. They've been in the business, but they're all new managers, and it's made a world of difference. So I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
And welcome. Thank you.
Thank y'all very much.
Thank you,
Thank you.
sir.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to y'all. Thank you.
I believe we're on item 18, consideration of cost of living adjustment for Stokesdale town staff to take effect on January 1st, 2026. Mr. Foy?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Back when we were doing our budget for this fiscal year in the April-May timeframe, I had requested that Ms. Thacker put a 3% cost of living increase into the budget. However, not effective of July, effective of January. So 6 months worth of this in this year's budget. So I know that was put into the budget. I would ask him, do we still have the money to do that? Should council desire?
Yes, we do.
And this will, a 3% cost of living increase in January would represent, it would have been 18 months since our last cost of living increase for staff. So I'm going to make a motion that we implement a 3% cost of living adjustment for staff effective January the 5th, 2026.
I'll second.
Any discussion?
No, just like to say thank you to the staff, and obviously this week, they really showed their value in coming together on real quickly on this water emergency. So definitely deserved, and glad to do it to them.
Very good, very good. Any others? Ready for the vote? Mr. Rigsby?
Aye.
Mr. Foy?
Aye.
Mr. Landrith?
Aye.
Mr. Jones?
Aye.
And I am also aye. And Mr. Foy, you have another item on here, number 19, discussion of the Town of Stokesdale future land use plan.
Yeah, it's time that we take a look at this, revisit our existing plan. And, it's a process, and in fact, I'd feel more comfortable if Chuck kind of added some insight to comprehensive plan. It may be referred to as a comprehensive plan or land use plan, but there's statutory requirements involved there. So Chuck, if you wouldn't mind just sharing what this is and why we do it and
Sure. So
what the law says.
You may recall that about 6 years ago, the general statutes were amended with regard to planning with the adoption of Chapter 160D, which replaced the previous planning regime. And under 160D dash 501, there is a requirement for anyone who's got zoning in their jurisdiction that they shall adopt and reasonably maintain a comprehensive plan or land use plan. So there's a statutory requirement that the town of Stokesdale have adopted and reasonably maintain a comprehensive plan. Our last plan that was adopted was in 2007. So we're 18 years on this current plan that was adopted at that time, and I think most people would agree that things have changed a little bit. So I feel like we have, we've gotten our money's worth out of that plan, but I think we probably need to, I would encourage the council to consider starting the process of a new plan. The ordinance statute says that the planning analysis, there'll be some kind of planning analysis will be done. I'm sure we can get help from our planning staff, but they may address inventories of existing conditions and assess future trends regarding demographics and economic, environmental, and cultural factors. So we look at, the growth we've seen, try to project where that growth is going to occur and what we need to do to prepare for it. And it says the planning process shall include opportunities for citizen engagement in plan preparation and adoption. So there's not a requirement necessarily that you have a formal committee set up to do that, but you do have to allow for what's called citizen engagement in that process. So one possibility would be to have a committee that maybe 2 members of this council, 2 members of the planning board, and perhaps a citizen who's not on neither might be one way of doing it. But you're open to any suggestions, and you could do it all yourself if you wanted to, but you have to, but I think that's probably something you want to have go involve the planning board with also. So, so it is something that required to do, and it's probably overdue at this point.
Okay. Well, good. So I would suggest, our ordinance specifies, planning board involvement, to your point of the suggestion, planning board.
Right.
So I like your suggestion. I like the idea of, definitely like the idea of including citizens in this town. Maybe 3 at-large citizens, 2 planning board members, and 2 members of council. And I know Jimmy's very interested in being part of this process, so I would very much thank Jimmy for that and support that. But we need to work with our planning board and maybe I'd entrust them to appoint 2 members. I mean, I'm just speaking by my own opinion. Please understand that.
Well, I think what the process would be, I think that we would convene this group. These would be public meetings, so we'd have to give notice of their meetings and take minutes of their meetings. But they would meet and they would formulate a comprehensive plan or land use plan, and then they would present it to the planning board. The planning board, again, would have I was envisioning a public hearing where they would invite citizen input into the plan and make a recommendation to the council. And ultimately, the council would be the ones to consider it, perhaps amend it, or adopt it.
Would we not just use what we have as a template? And, I mean,
It could be a starting point.
It's all, I mean, it's all there, it's just some things maybe need to be added. I read over it, and there's numbers that need to be changed, a lot of numbers that need to be changed and things. Maps need to be updated. But I don't see any reason to start the whole process over.
Right, I mean, they could certainly use the current plan as a starting point and say, in what ways is this plan obsolete, or does it not reflect current circumstances? Or do we see things coming down the road that weren't coming down the road in 2007?
And folks need to also understand that it's just a suggestion anyway. I mean, that's how everything gets changed. If we'd, a lot of stuff wouldn't be built around here if it was, wrote in stone.
Well, you may recall that when you consider a rezoning, for example, one of the requirements of the law is you say, well, is this consistent with our plan, or is it not consistent with our plan? So it is important, and if it's not consistent with the plan, then you're kind of changing the plan, and I'm sure the plan has been changed in that way several times since 2007.
Mr. Winfrey, let me make sure that I understand correctly, because you've been to law school, I'm just a layman. the comprehensive plan, as it was explained to me many years ago, was basically a box that all the other plans went into, including the future land use plan. Am I correct?
That's right.
Okay.
And it includes things like roads.
And so, you know, we spend a lot of time on this, and we have to address it every time there's a rezoning. But there is a one-size-fits-all requirement in the statute here, so we have to be in conformance with the same statutory requirements that City of Charlotte would have to meet with a future land use plan.
Correct.
And so I'm always all about trying to keep it simple, Stokesdale, you know, the KISS principle. And so I hear you when you say that we need to have public input, and I support that. I would say to my other council members, I'm comfortable with any four of you because you have experience with the planning board, you have training, you have experience on this town council, and likewise with our planning board because they have training, they have experience. But I think that we need to be careful who we just get off of the street that might apply to serve on a future land use plan committee. I know years ago, from what I was told, the original zoning plan, according to what I was told, you know, way back when, a representative from the county, or maybe two of them, put a realtor in a vehicle and rode them all over Guilford County, pointing at intersections and say, you know, I think this will make good industrial property. I think this will be commercial property. I think this will be residential. And that's how the original zoning went into place. That's the story I was told. And so I'm familiar with how the future land use plan that we're utilizing came about. I think I probably knew all the individuals that were on that original committee, and I'm not really sure how long it took. But I would like to make sure that we get this done and it doesn't drag out for 18 months. And I'd like to see us leave ourselves open for all the public input we can get, but utilize the people that we already know that we know have experience one way or the other without having to reach out into the town and get someone, with all due respect to every citizen. Everybody's got an opinion about what should be on the corner or you know, what the town should require or what the town should allow. We get ourselves into we could easily get ourselves into too many committee meetings. My mind's eye is kind of that this could be done basically in about 3 meetings with the public input, either with the town council or a combination of the town council and the planning board like Mr. Foy's suggesting. And I don't think it's got to be this hard because, as my friend Mr. Landers pointed out, it's basically just a suggestion in the first place. And so it's something, it's a guide, it's a suggestion, it's not necessarily a detailed roadmap to utilize to get you exactly from one rezoning to the next. It's a guide, it's a suggestion to take into account. And I think the state is you know, wise to require this. It kind of forces each jurisdiction to put some thought into the process before they actually do it, and kind of drag out that decision-making process so it's long enough such that a reasonable outcome is had. But those are just my thoughts. Council here may have an entirely different viewpoint.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think, I don't have a problem with the format because we'll have plenty of citizen input because every meeting we have, I guess what everybody knows, we do a 3-minute before and a 3-minute after. So, you know, we've got time for citizen input. I always have citizen input at every meeting. That's park committee, whatever we've done. Mm-hmm. I don't have a problem with the format. And I would, if I'm gonna do it though, I'd like to have Derek, and I'm gonna tell you why I'd like to have Derek with me. And I'm not knocking anybody. I'm knocking myself here. Derek's a worker. He puts things together. I'm an idea man, and he's somebody that puts it to paper. And if I'm going to do it, I'd like for him to serve on that committee with me, and then let the planning board decide. You know who they want. Let them decide out of the 5 of them. And I don't really have any problem if we find 3 people that do it now. I'm not looking for somebody who wants to control people's property, just people that's gonna be fair, and look at it, without some type of agenda to stop all we gotta always think about staying out of court. And I know you probably wouldn't mind us going to court more. But, a lot of our zoning cases, a lot of people don't understand we're doing zoning cases. We've got to keep ourselves out of court. And a lot of times you might want to turn something down, you have to go on because when it goes to court, they're going to win, and it's going to cost us $100,000. And we don't charge a tax, and we don't want to start charging the tax for attorney fees. That's about all I've got to say for it. I really don't have a problem with that format.
If we're going to have a crowd engaged in this, a fairly large committee, I would suggest that each one of us be allowed an appointment
Well, that's not large.
as a citizen.
That's not, we're talking about 2 council members, 2 planning board members, and 3 citizens.
I understand that. If we,
You 3 guys that's not on the committee could do this. I'd be fine with that.
if we expanded the 3 to 5, we would each get an appointment and we're done. Well, maybe I'd like to have one, so I'm
we
sure
just
my
said
point of view is
we just said
represented.
you would have an appointment, Mayor T would have an appointment, and Jim would have an appointment.
That
Me and Derek's on the committee.
I see your point, and 2 planning board members.
And 2 planning board members. That gives y'all,
Well, I believe that's 7 without a calculator, right?
yeah, that's what he said.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
that's not,
I'm-
and then everybody's got a chance that wants to come in. You got 3 minutes before, 3 minutes after. I mean, if 100 people come in and want to talk, I'll sit and listen to them.
Well, I don't mind a 3-hour meeting either, if we need to listen to folks, I don't mind that at all.
So, I mean, I'm okay with that. That's up to everybody else, so. You wanna,
Yeah, all this sounds good, but this has been good discussion. So if we'll just pocket what we've talked about, and then as we look ahead, there's a planning board meeting when is the planning board meeting, Robbie, the 18th?
Week from tonight.
Has the agenda already been set?
No, the agenda's not been set. It'll need to be set by next Tuesday.
Would it be reasonable to add to the agenda? We can speak with the chairman and let him, inform him of what we're doing, what's going on. And, they could appoint 2 members. I want to make sure, all the new members, there's 2 that were reappointed and then 1 new member,
I think it'd be appropriate to have you make a motion to that effect and us vote on it, to ask the planning board to.
Yeah, okay, so let me try to.
Well, I will add, it's slim at the next meeting, so we've confirmed that. We've got 3 members that have agreed to show up. The chairman won't be there, the vice chairman won't be there at the meeting next month due to the time that it is. So.
Well, in terms of a timeline,
You mean the meeting this a week from tonight?
That's correct.
Yeah,
That's right.
so just, I'll do a motion in a minute, but in terms of reasonableness, as far as a timeline, when is the January planning board meeting?
That would be January the 22nd.
Okay. So we could put, that could be an agenda item for those guys to appoint 2 of their members to this committee. We could appoint the 3 of y'all, either January 8th or February 12th. Appoint the 3 at-large members, if you will. So, with that, I'm going to make a motion that the town of Stokesdale implement a future land use plan committee consisting of Jimmy Landreth, and I hate to say my name in a motion, but myself, 2 planning board members, and then 3 members at large. The 3 members at large will be appointed by the town council on February 12th, 2026. And the 2 planning board members would be appointed by the planning board at the January 22nd, 2026 planning board meeting.
Derek, is that all of it? can we say each individual, the other three council members have it, not just the town council? Because we're gonna let these guys appoint who they want, like Jim's gonna get an appointment.
Yeah.
Instead of having to vote on it.
Absolutely. We're members, we're Mayor T. Stevenson, Councilman Tim Jones, and Councilman Jim Rigsby would have an appointment on the February 12th, 2026 Town Council meeting.
Yeah, I'll second.
Good, okay.
Sounds good. And Mr. Landers, you second it?
I did.
Okay.
Is that okay with everybody? I mean,
We can go ahead and vote, but I'd like for us to try to set some goals as far as a timeline goes, whether it's 18 days or 18 months. I'd just like for this council.
Tim, I'm gonna tell you, have you read that? Have you read the whole thing? If you have, it's a lot to it. It's a lot of changes going to be made. And I'm just talking about, like they've got 1,500 foot on the scenic corridor when it's never been 1,500 foot. It's a lot of things like that in there.
I know, but if we don't, I'm just saying we should set a goal. I'm not saying we got to set a hard date.
Well,
Maybe the best thing is, we give this some thought here over the holidays and have further discussion at the January 8th.
yeah, we'll set a goal. We'll set a goal when y'all make your appointments. Or January's fine too, either way.
Yeah.
And we'll set some type of a goal.
It's just important that everybody is
Yeah.
involved in this process.
Those guys need to read over it, and everybody needs to read over it. And I'm sure everybody hadn't, because, well, for one, we don't know who's gonna be on it anyway, but it's a lot of map, the map's gotta be changed. And they should be updated. We gotta figure out some way to keep those updated, when we do a zoning and there's an amendment. I think that's one of the big things that needs to be done on it. But, maybe we can get in there and use it, the last one, what it take, you was on that, weren't you on that committee? Maybe you wasn't, but it took a lot of meetings, but they were setting something up from the start. I mean, it took a long time. This, we'll have a template, but,
That's my point. I wanted to avoid the long time.
yeah, well, we just want to get it right.
Yeah.
I mean, we've got one now, and we want to get this one right, so.
It should be easier to adjust what we have than start from scratch, right?
Oh, yeah. But I don't know how many meetings it'll take.
It's hard to tell anyway, because
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be a lot of research. There's a lot of research done on that. This thing talks about how many historic properties you got and this, that, and the other. Yeah, I guess that stuff may stay the same, but I would think that some other things have become historic since 17 years ago.
yeah.
Possibly. And there's other things, cemeteries. I don't know if you got any new cemeteries we made here tonight. But I mean, it's just a lot of things that's got to be done. It's not as easy as one of these ordinances that we do. So we'll get it. I don't want to meet a lot either. I've already been in meetings with T, about 50-some meetings. I mean, I'd like doing one meeting if we can, but we want to get it
Yeah,
right.
I mean, we'll get to that.
Okay, so we've got a motion and a second. Mr. Wagner, you've got the motion.
I've got the motion. Who was the second? I'm sorry.
I will.
Jimmy? Okay, perfect.
Yeah,
All right, I've got both, and I've got the motion.
okay, great.
Ready for vote?
I am.
Mr. Rigsby?
Aye.
Mr. Foy?
Aye.
Mr. Landry?
Aye.
Mr. Jones?
I
I am also aye. Very good. And Mr. Rigsby, you do have the next one up here, consideration of information technology service agreement renewal.
Yes, so our current contract actually expired, I believe in September. I don't have the exact date, but it is expired currently. So, what I'd like to do is propose that we enter back into a new updated contract with TCS. The current quote is $712.51 a month. That's a little bit above what we were paying, $653 a month, so approximately $69 a month more. It is in the budget. I did the math, so we should be fine continuing out through the rest of the year.
Tim, you're responsible for that, buddy.
I checked.
Okay.
When they put you in jail, you say, well, Jim, check.
I'm not going to jail now.
I don't think we can go to the same jail, so that you are going to jail without us.
No, well,
You don't never know. Every time you might end up there.
Just a question for staff. Are you pleased with the existing service we receive?
Yeah, TCS is great to work with, and the contract that we got with them a while back, which is very similar to this, which is the kind of on-call, is great. It works very well, so I think they do a great job.
Okay.
I would like to just lay something on the table. They also suggested that our firewall be replaced. Just looking at it, I may bring that to the next meeting. Just looking at it currently, if we replaced our firewall and went up on the contract, we would not have enough in that budget line item. We'd be about $700 short for the year.
that would come,
So we would have to make a
that
budget
wouldn't come out
amendment.
of the IT. That would come
Right,
out of the.
correct.
Okay,
So we would need to talk about covering the rest of that, because we do need a new firewall.
okay.
All right.
So, but not tonight, so.
Okay. All right. So you put a motion out there, Jim?
I did.
All right, second it.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any discussion?
What was that amount again, Mr.
It
Rigsby?
is $712.51 per month.
Thank you.
And that is based on the proposal that was dated November the 12th of '25.
Correct. Now, I would like to, a caveat to, Ms. Thacker, that does include a $41.51 sales tax that we may could recoup per month, so.
There's no may about it.
so.
Any further discussion? Ready for the vote? Mr. Rigsby?
Aye.
Mr. Foy?
Aye.
Mr. Landrith? Mr. Jones?
Aye.
And I am aye also. Okay. Item number 21, consideration of special purpose lot, and that is Mr. Jones.
Thank you, Mayor. We have a resolution before us for a private cemetery at 7670 Anthony Road. It's very straightforward, pretty simple. Mr. Winfrey has drafted this resolution with my input, Gifford County Planning's input, and the surveyor for the applicant's input. I'm very comfortable with it. I hope you all have read it. I know you received it at the beginning of this meeting. We're trying to get this done. I'd like to go ahead and make a motion that we approve resolution regarding a private family cemetery on 7670 Anthony Road, resolution R-2025-08.
I'll second.
Any discussion?
No, I'll be voting in the affirmative.
Okey-dokey. All right, is this something that we need to read out loud as a resolution, or we can just vote on it as it's written?
I think it's been presented nicely, and we can just vote.
Very good. All right, closed to discussion and open for vote. Mr. Rigsby?
Aye.
Mr. Foy?
Aye.
Mr. Landrith?
Aye.
Mr. Jones?
Aye.
And I am aye also. Okay. Item number 21A, that was an addendum to the,
One thing I would like to say,
Agenda.
just on that resolution that passed, there was a requirement that they amend, make a minor change to plat, to put certain language that our ordinance requires, but that's a fairly technical change that needs to be made. I'll be glad to discuss that with anybody that wants to know about that.
Mr. Wagner, the surveyor's already acknowledged he's make that change. He's already said that in writing. If you'll just make sure it gets done.
Yes, sir.
You know what we're talking about, right?
Yeah, that's
All
correct.
right, thank you.
And that resolution also authorizes the mayor to sign, if somebody needs the plat to be signed or whatever, the mayor's authorized to sign on behalf of the council.
You did a good job, Mr. Winfrey.
excellent job. Okay. We have item 21A, which is an ordinance declaring road closure for the 2025 Stokesdale Christmas Parade. This is ordinance number 0-2025-06. I'll read this. Whereas the town of Stokesdale annually holds the Christmas parade within the incorporated limits of the town of Stokesdale, and whereas it is necessary for the safety of participants, spectators, and the general public to close certain roads for the parade, and whereas the town council of the town of Stokesdale acknowledges a parade requires approximately 2 hours to install signing and traffic control, and also requires approximately 2 hours for removing signs, traffic control, and litter. Now therefore it be ordained by the town council of the town of Stokesdale, North Carolina, pursuant to the authority granted by General Statute 20-169, that they do hereby declare a temporary road closure during the day and time set forth below on the following described portion of State Highway System route. And the date is Saturday, December the 13th, 2025. The times are 11 o'clock a.m. to 4 o'clock p.m. The route description is State Road 2046, which is Lyman Street, and State Road 2087, which is Marne Drive, from US 158 to State Road 2046, Ellisboro Road. State Road 2046, Ellisboro Road, from NC 65, Blues Creek Road, to State Road 2087, Lyman Street. Okay.
Is that a motion?
Second.
I was trying to save you a
Let
step.
her do his
Yeah.
job, man.
It's okay, I was a little lost there. Okay. Mr. Jones?
Mr. Jones, what?
Did Derek vote?
Derek
did.
voted.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I didn't hear those two vote down there.
Yeah, Mr. Rixby started it off.
But they kind of gave me whip flash. All right, I am I.
And Mr. Langford, you did vote aye as well, didn't
No,
you?
I didn't, I'm voting aye, yeah.
Okay, and I voted, well, I will vote aye as well. Okay. We have an additional, I guess there's a page 2 for this ordinance, but it's all done.
We're good.
Okay. All righty, so that passed.
I'll reach out to NCDOT first thing tomorrow and let them know that, and they're expecting that, so.
Okay.
Be good, and I'll make sure to include it in the minutes as well.
Yep.
Okay. Very good. Okay. Item number 22 is public comments from the floor. Again, we have a 3-minute limit per person. Do we have any comments? Okay. There being none, we'll move on to item number 23, which is council comments. Mr. Rigsby?
I just wanted to thank everybody for coming out. We have a full house tonight, so it's good to see that, and glad to have Mayor Stevenson on board. I think we're gonna really be able to move this town forward, just the same way we did under Mayor Crawford. So congratulations, and congratulations, Mr. Jones, on your new term, and look forward to working with you.
Thank you, Mr. Rigsby. Mr. Foy?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Thank you all for coming out tonight. Congratulations to Mayor Stevenson, Councilman Jones on their election and reelection. Big thank you to staff for all your hard work. I know yesterday was a long day, and just appreciate all you guys, what you continue to do. Chuck, thank you for all you do. Patty, it's great to see you back. And lastly, just Merry Christmas to everybody. Thank you very much.
Mr. Landreth?
Well, since Connie Johnson's sitting out here in the audience, I want to say, when I was elected the first time, Connie come up to me, and I don't know if he remembers, but he said, I don't know whether to offer you congratulations or condolences. Remember that? But he did. Well, I'm gonna offer y'all both the same thing.
Thank you very much.
And I hope it works out. Yeah, I want to recognize condolences for two long-time citizens. Jeffrey Blackman passed away this week, and Lawrence Wilson, long time, Jeffrey, 65 years old, and Mr. Wilson, he was way up his 80s, but he a hard-working guy, and we're gonna miss both of those guys. And just hope everybody will keep them in their thoughts and prayers.
I too would like to echo that. The passing of Jeffrey Blackburn and Lawrence Wilson. I've pretty much known both of them all my life, and it's tough every time we lose one of these guys. I just want to say Merry Christmas to everyone, and don't forget to leave Christ in Christmas. So Merry Christmas to everyone.
Very good. Thank you, Mr. Jones. I too would like to echo my sentiments on Jeffrey's passing. I did not have the privilege of knowing the other gentleman, but certainly I did know Jeffrey. I do express my condolences, and we'll keep the family in our thoughts and prayers. Christmas is a special time. We have a lot to be thankful for. I echo the sentiments of Mr. Jones with let's keep Christ in Christmas. Let's remember what's important. Let's remember the people that are important to us. Thank you all for being here. And with that, I will make a motion for the Stokesdale Town Council to enter into a closed session in accordance with North Carolina General Statute 143, 318.11A3. The purpose of this closed session is to consult with an attorney employed or retained by the public body in order to preserve the attorney-client privilege between the attorney and the public body, which privilege is hereby acknowledged.
Second that motion.
Call for a vote. Mr. Rigsby?
Aye.
Mr. Foy?
Aye.
Mr. Landry?
Aye.
Mr. Jones?
Aye.
And I am aye.
And Mr. Mayor, I might add, just for informational purposes, we will, after the closed session, we'll have to come out and enter back into open session and then adjourn from there if there's no further business. So the meeting's not over, but we don't know exactly how long we'll be in closed session. So anybody that wants to wait is certainly welcome to do so.
Great. Thank you, Mr. Jones. Okay, we'll go to closed session.
Thank you.
I was there to 30 minutes.
I understand. Yes. I no longer tell my husband when I think I'll be home. I learned early on. You never know, but.
When you see me.
No, I know. They're aware of it.
All right, very good.
Okay. Merry Christmas. and we'll talk to you.
Same to you. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Nope, you don't need to sign anything. Once they're approved, the mayor can sign them.
I'll make a motion that we reconvene in open session.
Second.
Aye.
Aye.
Jimmy?
Aye.
And I am aye.
Okay, Mr. Mayor, based on legal advice we've received, I'd like to make an additional motion concerning the appointment of Mike Crawford to the Stokesdale Planning Board. And that motion would be to waive the normally required training and ethics training, et cetera, for Mike Crawford, given his 4 years of service as mayor to the town of Stokesdale, and that would be my motion.
Second.
Any further discussion?
I do have some discussion. This is more of a general discussion for Robbie. Are we not required to take the ethics every so many years anyways? And it's not a one-time thing?
Council members are, so council members are
Okay.
required to take the ethics training every time they're elected or re-elected.
I got you.
Planning board members, that's up to the council.
Okay, no further.
Okay, so we voted on that, right? I was gonna bring that up. The mayor and I will need to take that training. You'll take the necessary steps for the School of Government to arrange that, right?
Yep, well,
Yeah, there's a class, I believe, in February that's here locally
okay.
that satisfies that requirement that I'm aware of. I don't know if there's a separate ethics class, Mr. Jones.
You can do it online too.
I prefer to do it online, probably.
Yeah, I took mine online. That's a very good option as well. It's straightforward.
Sounds good. Who seconded that motion, sorry? The current one?
Did you second it, Jim?
I made the motion.
Yeah, I second.
Okay. And discussion is closed. We're ready for the vote. Mr. Rigsby?
Aye.
Mr. Foy?
Aye.
Mr. Langren?
Aye.
Mr. Jones?
Aye.
And I am aye as well. Okay. That closes that session there, so we're ready to adjourn. Well, actually, we have some comments here. Excuse me.
Announcements.
Announcements. We've got Stokesdale certainly Christmas Parade is at 2 o'clock on the 13th. We have regular town planning board, that is at 7 o'clock on the 18th of December. Town hall is closed for Christmas Eve on December the 24th, Christmas Day, December 25th, and the day after Christmas, 26th. Then we do also have town hall closed on January the 1st for New Year's Day, and on January the 8th, we have the regularly scheduled town council meeting at 7 o'clock in this room. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
Aye.
Mr. Ford?
Aye.
Mr. Langren?
Aye.
Mr. Jones?
Aye.
And I am aye as well. Merry Christmas to all.
And to all good.
Y'all got a plan together about what you, gonna be setting out tomorrow night? It's a parade. Parade's this Saturday.
Who put the sleigh together?
I did.
Now, I shook it earlier. It seemed like you did a good
Yeah,
job.
I'm glad you.
Thank you, sir.
It was something that
It's a little
Hadn't done
tedious
this yet.
trying to get the right
Yeah, I know.